Forest-based small town. Part 1. The town beyond the trees. I moved to the town because it was quiet. At least, that was what the brochure said. The rental listing described it as a peaceful forest town, perfect for people who want to get away from the noise. After 8 years in Chicago, sirens, neighbors, traffic at all hours, quiet sounded like a luxury. The town was called Greyhaven. Population 1,243. One road led in, the same road led out. That should have been my first warning. The drive-in. Greyhaven didn't appear on my GPS at first. I noticed it when my signal dropped. The blue route line froze, then disappeared entirely, leaving me with nothing but a blank gray screen. I slowed the car. Tall pine trees crowded the road on both sides, their branches bending inward, forming a tunnel of shadow. The sun was still up, but the light barely reached the pavement. I checked the road sign. Welcome to Greyhaven. Established 1891. Under it, in smaller letters, please drive slow. No population count, no town motto, just the trees. Endless, quiet trees. The moment I passed the sign, my phone buzzed back to life, but the GPS didn't recover. It showed me floating in an empty green space, like the town wasn't supposed to exist. I laughed it off. Rural signal issues, that's all. That's what I told myself. First impressions. Greyhaven was small enough to walk across in under 15 minutes. One gas station, one diner, a hardware store that looked older than the road itself, a church with no visible schedule posted outside, no chain stores, no traffic lights. Everyone I passed slowed down to look at me. Not staring, just watching long enough to notice I didn't belong. When I parked outside the house I'd rented, the engine ticked softly as it cooled. The sound felt loud in the stillness. My house sat at the edge of town. Behind it, the forest began immediately. No fence, no clearing, just trees. Dark, dense, and far too close. The landlord, a thin man in his 60s named Mr. Calder, was already waiting on the porch. "You made good time," he said. His smile didn't reach his eyes. "I guess," I replied. GPS had some trouble finding the place. He nodded once. Didn't seem surprised. He said, "Phones don't work right here. You get used to it." That was the first strange thing he said. It wouldn't be the last. The rules, unspoken. Mr. Calder gave me the keys and showed me around the house. 2 bedrooms, old wood floors, windows that faced the forest from almost every angle. When I asked about internet, he hesitated. He said, "We have it, but it's unreliable at night." "At night?" He cleared his throat. "You'll want to close your curtains after sunset." That was the second strange thing. I waited for an explanation. None came. Before leaving, he paused at the door. "One more thing," he said. "If you hear anything from the woods, don't answer it." I frowned. "Answer what?" "Anything," he replied. Then he left. Night 1. That first night, I unpacked until the sun dipped behind the trees. The forest changed when it got dark. During the day, it looked peaceful, still, almost inviting. At night, it became something else entirely. The silence wasn't natural. No insects, no owls, no wind, just absence. I remembered Mr. Calder's words and closed every curtain. At 10:17 p.m., I heard the first sound. It came from the tree line behind the house, a single dry crack, like a branch snapping under careful weight. I froze. Then another, closer. I told myself it was a deer. Then I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate. They stopped just outside my backyard. I held my breath, waiting for the sound of retreat. Instead, something shifted, like someone adjusting their stance. Then came the voice. Hello? It sounded like a man, calm, polite, too clear. I didn't move. Is anyone there? The voice asked again, right behind my house. I remembered the rule. Don't answer it. After a full minute of silence, the footsteps retreated back into the trees. Only then did I realize my hands were shaking. The diner. The next morning, I went to the diner. It was the kind of place where conversations died when a stranger walked in. Every head turned toward me. The waitress, a woman in her 40s with tired eyes, poured me coffee without asking. "You're new?" she said. "Just moved in," I replied. She nodded slowly. "You stay in town after dark?" I hesitated. "Yeah." Her hand paused mid-pour. "Don't," she said. That was the third warning. I asked about the forest. She didn't answer. Instead, she leaned closer and lowered her voice. "If you hear someone calling your name at night, lock your doors." "What if it's a real person?" She met my eyes. "It never is." Something watching. That evening, I stood on my back porch just before sunset. The forest was quiet again. Too quiet. Then I noticed movements between the trees. Not fast, not sudden. Something tall shifted behind a trunk, just far enough away that I couldn't make out details. I blinked. It was gone. I went inside and locked the door. At exactly 9 p.m., the town lights shut off. Every single one. My house was swallowed by darkness. From the woods, something began to move again, closer than before, and this time, it didn't speak. End of part 1.